Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be one that I actually saw in the comments of my last video when I was asking for suggestions. And that is having my fiance pick my makeup for the day. And so I had him come in here. I'm not gonna put him on camera, but maybe I'll pop in a little photo of the two of us in case you're curious. But I had him come in here to my room and pick out all of my makeup. I did tell him like, okay, now pick a primer, pick a foundation. So he didn't just like randomly pick out makeup products he thought I needed to use. I did kind of push him in the right direction a little bit. So yeah, with that, we will get this video started and I will walk you through all of the products that he chose for my makeup look today. Okay, so the first product he chose was primer, and for primer today, we're gonna be using the Milk Hydrogrip. This is one of my favorite primers. It really does help with the longevity of my makeup. Once you rub it in, you do need to like let it sit for a little bit or else it might ball up. I also am having so many issues with like mask acne from wearing my mask like to work and stuff. So that's what's going on with the face right now. Okay, so for foundation today, he actually chose the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshwear. I haven't actually worn this in a really long time, so I'm excited to wear it again. This is in the shade 415. I think that this might be a little bit light for me. This is like honestly, I haven't used this in a really long time, so this is more like my winter shade, so this might be a little bit light. So we'll see. I'm just gonna start with one pump for now and just go directly in with the sponge and just see how the match is. Okay, it's not too bad. It is a little light, but nothing too bad. I forgot about the smell that this foundation has. It's like rosy kind of. I do typically go with this foundation in the winter time just because it is a little more of a matte finish. It's not totally matte, but it just has a little bit more of a dry down than what I typically like to wear in the summertime. I like my skin to look super like dewy and fresh in the summertime, and this one's a little bit more extra when it comes to the coverage and the dry down, but I do really like it. So my dog is sitting outside of the door crying. But if I let her in, she will probably jump on my lap. So I'm just gonna leave her out there for now. When Chris was picking out my makeup, he was like really not like looking at the products very much, and he was just kind of like picking, and I was like, what the heck? Like, don't you want to look inside? And he was like, no, I have a system. And I'm like, you have a system? What? So he like devise this like little system to pick out my products, that like anything that had a cap a different color than most of the other products that I have, that's what he picked. I was like dying. I thought that was hilarious. So for concealer, he decided on the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Light Peach. This might be a little dark with this foundation shade, but yeah, it's a little dark, but we're gonna make it work. I really like this concealer. It gives a really nice coverage, but keeps that like hydrating finish, which I really like. So I do really enjoy this concealer. And I feel like I've said this in other videos, I just really don't like putting excess concealer on my forehead. I have a super like expressive forehead, so anytime I put like extra product there, it just ends up settling in my fine lines and it doesn't look super flattering. So I just don't like to add too much extra product on the forehead. I know a lot of people like to add that extra coverage or brightness on the forehead, but it just doesn't work for me really. And the next thing that he chose was setting powder. He also chose a cream bronzer, so I'm not gonna set the whole face yet. I'm just going to set like the under eyes and stuff. So to set the under eyes, he chose the Beauty Bakerie Flour Powder. Here it is. This is in the shade Rice. It's like the white color. So I'm going to use that to set my under eyes today. Along the lines of this video, I want to do one also where my dog picks my makeup. Would you guys be interested in that? I think that that would be really cute if I got my dog on camera to pick my makeup. I think that would be super adorable. So if you would like to see that, let me know. I think that it would be really, really cute because she's really, really cute. So we love her. We love Miss Maggie. Miss Maggie the dog. Then for bronzer, he picked out the Fenty cream bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit. So this was in my Sephora fantasy cart video, and I was like, oh, I keep like not being able to pull the trigger or whatever. Well, I ended up pulling the trigger and I used it yesterday, and it is so beautiful. This is like such a good shade for me. And it just like blends out really nicely. It looks so natural on the skin. So I'm really excited to be using this again. So the way I'm gonna apply this is actually with this little e.l.f. small stippling brush. And I'm just gonna load up the brush with some product. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to kind of start placing it in the spots. And then I'll just take my sponge and just kind of press that over just to make sure it's like nice and blended, looking good. And then I'll just go back in and continue to build it up where I feel like I need more. Look at my bun. You guys don't judge me. I washed my hair last night and went to bed with it wet, and it always is just like an adventure the next day when I sleep with wet hair. It's just always just all over the place. I feel like this product would be really nice too, like on a day where you just throw on a little concealer, maybe put on a little of this, maybe a little cream blush and a cream highlight, and call it a day for like an easy overall glowy makeup look. So I feel like that's blended in pretty good. Again, I really like this product, so I'm happy that's what he chose. Oh my gosh, my hair. I apologize. It's an adventure. So once we have that going, we are going to go into blush. So today he decided on the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink blush, and I really like this one. I think I just saw that I may have started to hit pan on this. It's just so nice. I've used it so many times, and it's just like a nice radiant blush. Especially love it in the summertime. And look, I did hit pan. A teeny tiny pan. Makes me so happy when that happens. Then I'm just gonna take my sponge and just pat down on the edges, just to make sure everything's all blended together. So now that we have that, we're gonna go into highlight. And for today, he chose out the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This is what it looks like. This is the one I've talked about before that's a little more subtle, which I really like, especially with this blush, since the blush already has like a little bit of a sheen in it. I am not mad about using this at all. So I'm just gonna put this on the high points. This one's so pretty. It's like not too much. Okay, so this is what we have for the complexion. I feel like it turned out pretty nice. So next up here is going to be brows, and what he picked out for brows is the Glossier Brow Flick and then my Anastasia clear brow gel. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on off of camera, and I will be right back to do the eyes. Okay, I went ahead and did my brows off of camera, and I also redid my hair for some reason. Dumb don't even ask. So I did my brows off of camera with the Brow Flick and the Anastasia clear brow gel. So now it's time to move on to eyes, and the palette he picked out is the Miss Bliss palette from Colourpop. This was in their tie-dye collection, and I was really excited for him to pick this one out because I haven't actually used this before. I've used the other tie-dye ones, the Aura and Out and In a Trance, but I haven't used this one yet, so I was excited. So I had him pick out what shades he wanted me to use, and he chose the middle row, just those three. So this is gonna be an easy and quick eyeshadow look, I guess, because there's just 3 shades. So we're gonna start out with this shade Loves It right here, this pink one. It does have some glitter in it, so I maybe should have done my eyes first, but you know, here we are. So I'm just gonna pop this into the crease from inner to outer. I don't want to do too much because, again, like I said, this has glitter in it. It's a matte shade, but it has glitter, so just want to make sure there's not too much glitter fallout on my face. You guys, wait till you see the shade that he chose for my lips. I was like, are you sure? He was like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, okay, it's not gonna go with this at all, but okay. And of course it's like 1 o'clock, so like this is gonna be my look for the day, so. I love Colourpop and I love Colourpop's eyeshadows. They just launched a new thing that's like all vegan products. So there's like a vegan eyeshadow palette and like lip oils and just like a bunch of really pretty products that are all vegan. So I went online to try to like, you know, get the collection or at least like most of it, and so much of it is already sold out. And I was like, this launched like 5 seconds ago. That's like usually my only gripe with Colourpop is their stuff. Like they launch so much stuff and then it sells out so fast that I'm like, hello, can I ever buy your stuff when it launches? Anyway, the next shade that I'm gonna go in with is Palo Santo. That's this like orangey shade right here. And I'm just gonna go in with my finger and just put this all over the lid. Just kind of like lightly pressing this to kind of like blend it into that pink shade that I just put all over. And then I'm just gonna take the brush that I was using and just kind of buff it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small brush and I'm gonna dip into that orange shimmer shade and just run it on the lower lash line to kind of marry that together. Okay, yeah, I have like a lot of glitter fallout on my face. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. Luckily the glitter kind of like blends into my highlight a little bit, so we're just gonna let that be. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the glitter shade. This is Law of Attraction right in the middle. And I'm just going to lightly press this over top. Okay, this actually turned out kind of pretty. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay, so the next thing that he picked out was, I asked him if he wanted me to use eyeliner or did not want me to use eyeliner. And he said, okay, eyeliner. And he picked out the Maybelline Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner. So I'm not gonna do a full wing. I'm just gonna like line the top of my lashes with this guy. So I will do that and I'll be right back because I cannot speak and do liner at the same time. Okay, now that the eyeliner is done, I don't like eyeliner on myself that much, but here we are. I'm gonna go into mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara, and of course this is like dark brown, it's not even black, so that's what we're gonna use today for mascara. Got myself a nice black eyeliner and brown mascara. Classic combo. I do love this mascara though. And I think that the brown color is pretty. Just, I normally wouldn't do a black liquid eyeliner and a brown mascara. Okay, mascara is on, and before I do lips, I'm gonna put on some setting spray. He chose out the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Don't want to put on too much of that because it is pretty heavy duty and I like my skin to stay a little bit dewier. Okay, so the moment you've all been waiting for. The color he chose out for lips is the shade Sangria by Beauty Bakerie. Dark purple. So summery. So this is what we're gonna use. Don't get me wrong, this shade is really pretty. I really like this shade. It's just like not the most summery shade there has ever been. So that's the only thing for me. Okay, the lip is on, and while I think that this is not the right lip for this eye look, this is such a pretty color, and the finish is like so velvety looking. I really like it. So I'm kind of glad that he picked this, because this was something new that I bought because I didn't have any lip colors like that, and I was like, oh, I'll use it in the fall, like it'll be pretty. So I'm really actually glad that he chose this, because I think that it looks really pretty on the lips. So I'm sure that like sometime in the fall I will be using this for sure. So now that this is complete, I want him to come up here and see what he thinks about my finished look.
Yeah, that lip was a bad choice. Yeah, wow.
Lip does not go with the rest of it, does it?
All I can see is the lip. Where'd the rest of you go?
It's pretty. Like if it were fall or something and I just had on like literally just mascara and the lip or something and not glitter eyeshadow on both lip.
Oof.
There you have it, folks. Oof is what he says about the makeup look. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. I try to post videos 2 times a week, so stay tuned. If you want to know when those are uploaded, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know every time I post a video. And with that, that ends today's video, and I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.